Through was the A513, an accident closing that road as well at the Barley Green Lane junction. Queues on approach. Police are on the scene directing traffic, but it is causing quite a few problems between was and the Croxall turn-off. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Right, well, that's that cleared up. Speak now? Yes? OK, that'll do. Thank you very much. We'll get the news headlines from Charlotte Harriman.
A 13-year-old boy has been found guilty of murdering a woman during a robbery in Smethwick last year. Lynnis Bensley, who was 47, died from head injuries after being punched and kicked during the attack as she walked home from a pub in September. A 20-year-old man has been found guilty of manslaughter. Phil Mackey reports.
Lynnis Bensley was attacked as she left the Seven Stars pub in Smethwick. The 13-year-old, who can't be named for legal reasons, hit her in the face and after she'd fallen to the ground, stamped on her head. Then he and Zohib Majid, who's 20, stole cash, a mobile phone and jewellery. The whole incident lasted just 30 seconds. 5 days later, the teenager handed himself into the police. Majid was arrested soon after. During a trial at Wolverhampton Crown Court, the jury heard that the pair had plotted the robbery together. They'll be sentenced next month.
The former TV weatherman, Fred Talbot, has been jailed for 5 years for indecently assaulting two schoolboys when he was a teacher at Altrincham Grammar School in the mid-1970s. Talbot, who's 65, was cleared of assaulting 3 other boys. A man from Birmingham has been banned from using the train between the city and Redditch with a first-of-its-kind criminal behaviour order. 44-year-old Matthew Bayliss has been arrested for a series of assaults, racially aggravated offences, begging and drunkenness on the cross-city line over the last 2 years. If he breached the order to stay off the line, he could be jailed for 5 years. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh, David Cameron and past and present members of the armed services have attended a service at St Paul's Cathedral to mark the end of Britain's 13-year campaign in Afghanistan. 453 British soldiers were killed, thousands more were injured. Anne Linley and her husband George from Birmingham are part of the congregation. They lost their 29-year-old son Brett almost 5 years ago. It was just a week before he was due to come home.
We all have this gap in our lives now. His friends are all moving on. Some of them have been married, got babies now, and they include us in their babies' lives, and that's lovely. But there's still going to be that gap. We're not going to see that happen to Brett. Nobody will ever understand the loss for us as a family.
And the proportion of patients seen at A&E departments in England within 4 hours is at a 4-week high. But the figure is still below the target of 95% and means it is no longer possible for the health service to meet its objective for 2014-15. Health officials point that emergency departments have been dealing with a record number of cases during the winter. Finally, taking a look at the weather, rain will clear away this afternoon, reaching 9 degrees Celsius, 48 degrees Fahrenheit, staying dry tonight with some frost in places, dipping down to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. That's your news for the West Midlands. It's now 3 minutes past 2.
Friday afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Just got very... the sound of thunder. Just got very, very sexy. Very, very sexy all of a sudden, and that's because I took my shirt off. I have a T-shirt on underneath. Calm down, ladies, and indeed some gentlemen. But let's just say, it's very humid. Is there going to be a thunderstorm? I love a good thunderstorm. Is there anything better than a thunderstorm? Yes, of course there are. Loads of things better. Ice cream is better. The Beatles are better than a thunderstorm. But in terms of weather... OK, here we go. This is... what's the best weather? What's the best weather? I'll tell you the best weather. Tropical storm. Tropical storm. You're on a tropical island and it's hot and then there's a tropical storm and it's warm rain. That, my friends, is the best weather, isn't it? There can't be any weather better than that. 03453 009956. That's how this show works sometimes. And when I say works, I mean this is how we fill 2 hours with complete and utter nonsense. What's your favourite weather? BBC Local Radio, it's what we do best. Isn't it? What's your favourite weather? Let's put it to the test. Marky Mark, who's, in inverted commas, producing this show. What's your favourite weather?
Favourite weather is tropical storm.
Can't have that, mate. That's mine. You can't have that.
Oh, my, well, I agree with you, but okay.
No, you can't have it. This is what we're doing. Not only do you get to nominate your favourite weather, you get to own it. So if ever there's a tropical storm, that is mine. Go on, what do you want?
How about just a normal storm, a non-tropical storm, with thunderbolts and lightning and
very, very frightening.
Yeah.
It's yours. 03453 009956. Your favourite weather condition, please. As I'm saying the words, I can't believe that they're actually coming out of my mouth. But they are, and there's not a thing you can do about it. Well, actually, there's one or two things. I'm kind of hesitant to start the show because there are so many good stories today. I said this last week. Last week it was full of good stories, and I just don't know where to go. Dumb mums, that's a given. After the excellent show there from Caroline, where she was celebrating mums. Dumb mums. We'll do that. And this is done with affection and with love. But mums, I just think that mums are... I don't want to say stupid because that's a harsh word. Mums are sillier than dads, aren't they? I mean, dads are silly, but mums are dippier. Mums are dippier than dads, aren't they? Things that your mum has done that is dumb, please. 03453 009956. I'm trying to think of... My mum has done... I'm trying to think... She's done loads. Dave?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that your mum is no longer with us. Was she a bit dumb at times?
No.
No, she was... Hang on a second. And this is coming from a place of love. Are you telling me your mother never did anything a little bit dippy?
Oh, we had once or twice.
Put
the... really...
Left the lamb in the oven all morning, all afternoon, going, well, this lamb isn't cooking, 5 hours later, Mum, maybe you should turn the oven on. My mum's done that several times.
Nah, she wasn't that bad.
03453 009956. Dumb mums. What have you got for us, David?
Do cats really make you laugh?
Sorry?
I heard you on the telly the other night.
Oh, yes.
And it was cats really do make you laugh.
It was a programme on a television channel I was voicing. Have a look at this crazy cat as he tries to jump from a car onto a roof and fails miserably.
Yep, that was the one.
When I'm being paid, Dave, I can find anything funny, yes.
Yes, well, they do make you laugh, really, don't they?
I love cats. I'm a cat person. I've said this before. I do not get dogs, whereas I get cats. Cats are wonderful, hilarious, loving creatures, and dogs are horrible.
My new one is, she's great.
How old is it? A kitten?
No, she's a pygmy cat. She's 2, and she was only 2 kilos when I had her.
A pygmy cat?
Yes,
You've been tricked there. I was going to say you've been sold a pup, but that would be too confusing.
No, she's not. I think she was like the runt of the litter.
Yes.
And she's 2 years old, and I've got her out of a bad situation.
Oh.
And she was only like 2 kilos.
She was hanging out with the wrong crowd.
Well, yeah.
She was doing crack and drinking hooch.
No. She was with an older cat. And
I see. It was grooming.
Mind games with her.
Yeah. The older cat was playing mind games with her?
Yeah.
What kind of mind games were they playing?
He wouldn't let her have her food, and she was going up the corner, scratching on the skin off her head. And
no.
She's all right now, though.
Good.
I've had her 2 weeks.
I think my cat Velvet has got fleas, because I was in bed last night. Velvet sleeps with me. The wife sleeps in another room. Read into that what you will. But I was itching. All last night.
Go and get a Stronghold.
A what?
It's called Stronghold. It's a strong flea treatment for cats, and you put it on the back of the neck.
Oh, it comes in those little like toothpaste tubes.
Pipette, yeah.
A pipette. Yeah. Dave, thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956. Oh, Dave.
Yeah.
Did you want to claim a weather condition?
Go on then. In what way?
Well,
Go on.
Well, no. Well, we are giving away different types of weather today, and this is the official BBC line. It's all for comic relief.
Yeah.
It's the official BBC line. We are giving away weather conditions. I've already got tropical storms on an island. You can't have that. That's mine. Which weather condition would you like to own?
Wet and windy.
Wet and windy. Make your own jokes up, dear listener. Dave there, wet and windy. Let's put this down. If we're going to give this away, we're going to make it official. We're going to write these down. Catherine has tweeted, mizzle, mist and drizzle. I'm afraid it's a phone-in only. I can't give these away on the internet, otherwise people will be screaming corruption. Paul's in Warwick. Good afternoon to you, Paul.
Hi there. Right. About circa 1972.
Yes.
I used to live in Ulster.
Yep.
I was about 12, and I was of an age where, for some reason, I lived in the garden.
Yeah.
As in, I permanently had a tent up. I lived outside in the tent.
I did when I was a young man as well, but that's by the by.
And I don't think I've got a mate stopping or something. We were talking about dippy mums, but
yes.
All of a sudden, I lit up. You know, these like enormous, incredibly great big fireworks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about some serious kabooms.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And my mum came running out saying, quick, lads, come in. It's the best bit. Come in, she said. The thunderbolts are coming. Come in the house quickly.
The thunderbolts are coming? Terrifying, Mum.
Some oik, and we probably lived about a good quarter of a mile, maybe half a mile away. Some oik had set fire to the local hardware shop.
Oh,
Didn't know
no.
that. Back of it was the cage full of Calagas cylinders.
Oh, no!
And these were exploding. You can imagine.
Yeah.
You see it on some of these teleprograms.
Well,
but,
yeah, I've seen it.
And it was just the way my mum came out. She wasn't a stupid person.
No.
And it was the way she came out and said, it's the thunderbolts are coming.
And I have to say, Paul, I'm not knocking mums because they're brilliant, but they do. Mums have a special. And the thing is, I have known perfectly sensible women that as soon as they've passed a child, they become a dippy mum.
Well, but then you talk about sensible. How about this?
Go on.
So what did we do? Who came downstairs? But me dad. Go on, lads, let's go and have a look what it is. So he walked us up into town. He walked us up into town to see. And, of course, the coppers were there by then, so he'd go, clear off. But I will say, I lived, I reckon, what did I just say, about half a mile away?
Yeah.
In the back lawn. You can imagine these great big orange...
Oh, I bet it looked amazing.
Calagas cylinder. No, what I was going to say, the next morning,
yeah.
You know these great big orange Calagas cylinders?
Yep.
They've got the steel handle round the top.
Yeah.
One of those had been blown, straightened 3/4 of the way straightened, because they're a circle, aren't they, round the top you pick them up by.
Blown?
And blown from where the gas cylinders were exploding.
Yes.
It had flown half a mile and ended up, if it was going to be, say, 24 inches long, 18 inches long, 2/3 of it was buried in the garden, not probably 20 feet from where my tent was.
Ladies and gentlemen, Paul, thank you. They're silly parents. Mum, the thunderbolts are coming. Dad, let's go and watch the Calagas heaters exploding. Here's something, and can we tread carefully, because I realise this could be a very macabre and morbid phone-in. Ever seen an explosion? Don't phone up and say, yeah, and loads of people died. I don't want to play that game. Have you... I don't think I've ever seen an explosion. 03453 009956.
I thought love was only true in fairy tales, and for someone else, but not for me. Our love was out to get me. That's the way it seemed. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. Not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. I thought love was more or less a given thing. Seems the more I gave, the less I got. What's the use in trying? get is pain. When I needed sunshine, I got rain. Oh, then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer, not a trace of doubt in my mind. I'm in love. I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Yes, I saw her face. Now I'm a believer.
Oh, yes. I'm speaking to one of the monkeys in the week. I'm very excited. Very excited. 03453 009956. Christopher.
Hello.
Hello, Christopher.
Can I claim the jet stream?
I've not spoken to you for about 6 years.
No.
And
no,
as soon as I saw your, yes, I remember your dour voice. As soon as I saw your name, I thought, oh, I bet that's Miserable Chris, and it is. Have you not cheered up?
I have a bit, yeah.
Oh, how you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
I'm
What,
good.
what weather would you like to claim? We're giving away different types of weather today. Dave is wet and windy. I don't know what weather he likes.
Yeah.
No, it's no. Hang on. Dave is wet and windy. Although I don't know what weather he likes. That's it. That's the sycophantic laughter that Steve Wright pays so much money to have, and I can get for free. Yes, Chris. Come on, Chris.
Can I claim the jet stream?
Is that a weather? That's just wind.
Well, it determines the weather, the whole functionality of the weather. It's like the king of weather.
We're getting deep at what is it? It's 2015. The jet stream. No, you can't have the jet. What is the jet stream? Before I completely dismiss you, although it's likely I'm going to completely dismiss you.
Isn't it the thing that carries all the weather over from America?
Oh, the fact that you've said "isn't it the thing" implies to me, Christopher, you don't know what the jet stream is.
Yes, it is the thing. I was just sort of asking a rhetorical question.
Well, you can't. Hang on a minute. A rhetorical question does not begin. Well, maybe it does. The jet stream. I'm going to say no, Christopher.
Okay.
Because I would.
Do you want to know why I wanted it?
Why?
Because I've been listening to a lot of Crowded House recently.
Oh, good.
And everywhere you go, you always take the weather with you.
I don't. Was that a rhetorical joke?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling.
Call BBC WM 95.6 on 03453 009956.
Your voice in the West Midlands, BBC WM 95.6.
We'll do, after past, I want to do songs that sound the same as other songs because of that big court case with that Pharrell Williams, who I'm only familiar with because my boys, aged 5 and 3, have just discovered, I say just, the last 3 weeks, discovered Happy. Happy long if you feel like... Daddy, can we have Happy? So I've got to constantly put Happy on the telly, on YouTube on the telly, and they just dance around. Here's the weird thing, right? And I'm saying this because this is. I like to try and be honest with you. The video for Happy is brilliant. It's one of those simple ones which is lots of different people walking along singing the song and da 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 da. Now, through no prompting from me, through nothing from me, there is a bit when there is an extremely large person, a fat person comes on, and my boys wet themselves laughing at it. I think it's a bloke, at him. Wet themselves laughing at him. Hilarious. And this hasn't come from me. OK, I have not made a point of seeing fat people in the street and going, and I've certainly never laughed at the video. They saw the video before me. So where has that come from? And I kind of had a chat with them the other day about it. I said, why are you laughing at that person? Because they're so fat. Well, why is that funny? Well, because... they couldn't put their finger on it in the way that it's sometimes harder to explain why things are funny. They couldn't put their finger on it. And I kind of said, well, it's not really nice to laugh at people because of the way they look, and they're going, yeah, but Daddy, it's funny. So what I was trying to work out, is it differences? Is there something inherently funny about somebody that is fat? And as we grow older, we learn to kind of put a lid on that feeling. I don't know. I don't quite know what I'm trying to ask there, but they were laughing from a completely natural place. There was no history to that laugh. It just came spontaneously to them. Why is that? Terry's in Albury. Good afternoon, Terry.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you, Terry. You're sounding very tender. Are you tender today?
Can I climb the rainbow?
Hello?
Yes.
Are you tender?
A little juicy, but not tender.
You want the rainbow?
Yeah. All those boner colours.
What?
Pretty colours.
Have you taken LSD or something this afternoon? What on earth are you banging on about?
All those pretty colours.
Are you high? Did they legalise drugs between my journey up here and I missed that announcement or something? Yes, they are very pretty colours, Terry.
Yep.
You've got rainbows.
OK.
Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
What? That was weird, wasn't it? That was really weird. 03453 009956. I want to do dumb mums as well. So many things in the papers today. I'm not going to get them all in. We might carry some of these over tomorrow. But it's Mother's Day. There's a story here. Men spend more on mum than Valentine. Well, I'm going to spend exactly the same amount on my mum for Mother's Day as I spent on my wife for Valentine's Day. 0 pence. 0 pence. My kid said, Daddy, can we go out and get a present for Mummy for Mother's Day? And I said, well, I'm a bit busy. Here's a £5. Give that to her. Make a card and put the £5 in it. What's it? They were going to buy her chocolates or perfume or something. I said, nah, come on. Britain is a nation of mummies boys who lavish more on the special woman in their lives than on their romantic partners. I tell you what, enough hot in here. Is the aircon broken? According to a study, blokes splash out 25% extra on flowers and gifts for Mother's Day than presents for their loved ones on Valentine's Day. Because I think we're all sensible enough to know... We've all realised that Valentine's Day is a con, haven't we? It's a con. You know that, don't you, Robert? That Valentine's Day is a con. Come on, Robert, you can do it. Spontaneous conversation, Robert. We can...
Am I on air?
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry. I missed the cue that I was actually...
Here we go, Robert. There is no cue. The cue was your name. It's fine. Don't worry. You know that Valentine's Day is a con, don't you?
Well, I haven't phoned up about it, actually. What I phoned up about is the weather.
No, but we can have... we can have a conversation, can't we?
Yes, we can, yes.
You've worked out that... Thank you. Well, you've worked out that Valentine's Day is a con, haven't you?
Well, basically, in terms of the way it's done these days with all the cards and so on, yes, it's a money-making trick by the card makers.
I would suggest that Mother's Day falls into the same category of charade. It's a businessman in a suit who's gone, let's get some money out of these kids. I know, Mother's Day.
Well, the way it's gone commercially, yes, but there is a serious side to it.
Oh, is there?
In that Valentine's Day is a good occasion for me to remind my wife that I love her.
Well, why don't you remind her today? Why don't you remind her on June the 3rd? Why don't you remind her on November the 16th?
Well, it's just that odd little bit special, isn't it? You have everyday reminders and you have specials, don't you? And if you don't overdo the commercial side of it, just that little token of something special, it's
maybe take a
excuse that way.
Maybe take her camping or something, or go to Centre Parks.
No,
there's nothing that says romance like a flume.
Yeah, but Centre Parks is just over the top for these things.
Is it?
You know.
Okay. You've called in about the weather, Robert. Which weather would you like to claim? So far, wet and windy has gone to Dave. Christopher may or may not have the jet stream. I don't know if it's a weather condition. And Terry has got rainbows. What would you like, Robert?
Well, I was thinking of those lovely, totally sunny blue sky winter days after a bit of snowfall when it's frosty and crisp and absolutely sunny.
Frosty,
beautiful blue sky.
Crisp, sunny, blue skies. With snow on the ground?
With snow on the ground, yes.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And in my childhood, I was in the Peak District in North Staffordshire in that winter of 1962 to 63.
Oh.
And you could go out and make caves in the snowdrifts and things like that.
Yeah.
And, the snow was around for months.
Robert, you own it. The next time you are in that very weather situation and someone says, man, isn't this beautiful? You can say, yeah, and I own it. Give me a quid. Robert, thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956. Coming up after past, if I can work out how to do the new news and travel beds, songs that sound the same. I have got some corkers for you. 03453 009956. Fingers crossed this works.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news. Here's Phil Peacock.
There are queues on the southbound side of the M6 from junction 11 at Cannock to junction 8 for the M5. Around 40 minutes worth of delays, actually, through the roadworks. Black Country route is slow on the eastbound side as a result of those delays as you travel away from Willenhall towards the M6 junction 10 Island. Northbound on the M5, it's beginning to build from junction 1 at West Brom towards the M6. And it's very busy heading out of Birmingham City Centre on the Aston Expressway, the A38. Delays start from Park Circus heading towards junction 6 of the M6 at Spaghetti Junction. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
In a minute, we'll have songs that sound exactly the same as other songs, but before that, here's the news with Charlotte Harriman.
A 13-year-old boy has been found guilty of murdering a woman during a robbery in Smethwick last year. Glynis Bensley, who was 47, died from head injuries after being punched and kicked during the attack as she walked home from a pub in September. A former TV weatherman, Fred Talbot, has been jailed for 5 years for indecently assaulting 2 schoolboys when he was a teacher at Altrincham Grammar School in the mid-1970s. Talbot, who's 65, was cleared of assaulting 3 other boys. A man from Birmingham has been banned from using the train between the city and Redditch with a first-of-its-kind criminal behaviour order. 44-year-old Matthew Bayliss has been arrested for a series of assaults, racially aggravated offences, begging and drunkenness on the cross-city line over the last 2 years. And the proportion of patients seen at A&E departments in England within 4 hours is at a 4-week high, but the figure is still below the target of 95%. It means it is no longer possible for the health service to meet its objective for 2014-15. Taking a look at the weather, rain will clear away this afternoon, reaching 9 degrees Celsius, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Staying dry tonight with some frost in places, dipping down to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio and online.
BBC WM 95.6.
So, I didn't finish this story. Men spend more on mum than Valentine's. 0 pence for my wife on Valentine's Day, 0 pence for my mum on Mother's Day. Why? Because I'm not a sucker. I'm not it's all made up by Clintons and Coca-Cola and who's that insane clown? Oh yeah, Ronald McDonald. It's all made up by the man. Britain is a nation of mummies boys who lavish more on the special woman in their lives than on their romantic partners. According to a study, blokes splash out more on Mother's Day than on Valentine's Day. Well, on average, they spoil mum with £35 worth of goodies compared with £28 for love tokens. What? Love tokens? The survey found that Scots are more generous than tightwad Londoners, blowing 10% more on Mother's Day than those from the capital. Dave Hobday of payment provider WorldPay said most people leave it until the last minute before choosing flowers for their mum. I mean, it's just, we're celebrating the magic of dumb mums today. What dim things has your mother ever done? No, hang on, where are we? 03453 009956 is the telephone number. We're also... Oh, hang on a second. What do you want, Ranj?
Hiya, mate.
Why are you being all friendly?
I'm being nice to you.
No, and I know why you're being nice to me.
Why?
I had a little tweet earlier on.
What was that?
It's about you.
What did it say?
Chris has tweeted me.
Yeah.
He said, that girl that phoned you up, Ranjit.
Yeah.
She was put on the ropes yesterday morning by Danny Kelly. Got a bit of a pounding, but from Kelly, did you?
I got a bit... No, I never got a bit of a pounding.
You got a bit of a spanking from DK, did you? A little bit of a spanking.
I was sticking up for you. I think that's why he kind of...
You got a little bit of... He pulled down your pants and slapped your bum, did he, Ranj?
Somebody was having a go about you and I stuck up for you. That's what happened. I think he got the...
Blimey. Having Ranjit stick up for you is like having Mussolini putting in a good word or something.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Blimey.
Listen.
It's like having... hang on, let me think of somebody that nobody likes. It's like having Ranjit stick up for you.
Yeah,
It does more harm than good.
I never listen. There's nobody in the BBC that can come and spank me. I'm telling you that.
You get spanked all the time, Ranjit.
No, I
and also,
don't.
I've got to say,
listen.
since the recent scandal, spanking is pretty much off the menu for all BBC staff.
It is. Yeah.
What you got, Ranj?
I'm going to give you some examples of, like how you says it's owned by Clinton cards and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Where you get ripped off. School photos.
Yes.
They're a rip-off.
Oh.
School prom. We used to have school discos, didn't we? What's wrong with a school disco?
Hang on, whoa. So hang on, you are you actually have come up with something half decent. And
I'm trying to teach you how to, become decent. Go on.
So rip-offs. Now, without mentioning any company names, we can do
No
this.
company names,
No.
right?
I'm just telling the other listeners. We are compiling a list of rip-offs. So, let's do this properly. Valentine's rip-off. Mother's Day rip-off. School photos.
Big rip-off.
Big rip. They cost a fortune, don't they?
They do. But you know what happens? When you've got young children now,
Yes.
right? When they come to you and they bring a little photo, you feel guilty that you've got to buy it.
Yeah.
And it'll cost you 60 to 70, maybe, I don't know how many.
Well, hang on. What, do your children go to Eton or something? They don't cost £100.
They do, mate.
They don't, mate.
My children don't go to Eton. They went to a local school. They cost 60, 70 pounds, I'm telling you.
Well, you said £100 a second ago,
60,
Ranj.
70, 100. I'm allowed to exaggerate a little bit.
Okay, so
ain't I?
you admit that you're exaggerating, a.k.a. lying.
No, exaggerate. I've told you a million times before. You're going to listen
Thank you
to
very
me.
much.
Yeah.
Hey, nobody says 1,000 apologies anymore, do they?
1,000 apologies, yeah.
No one says. I was thinking that. They used to be like, it used to be kind of the joke that's what Indian people would say. But there was, I remember
Listen, I'm Indian. Listen, and another rip-off is that school prom.
Well, hang on a minute. We're talking about 1,000 apologies, mate.
Okay, I'll tell you about 1,000. Listen, you can give me 1,000 apologies and I'll accept them 1,000 times.
It's the punchline to a joke, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's the punchline to a joke about a gentleman who rubs a lamp, and the genie says, "All right, you've got a wish."
Yes.
And he says, "Right, every time someone says sorry to me, I want my to grow a bit."
Yep.
And then he bumps into someone, and someone goes 1,000 apologies.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I can tell you a little joke about a genie.
Is it rude?
It's not rude.
But the fact that you've said it in that voice, Ranj, means it's probably rude.
I'll leave it to you.
I tell you what we'll do. I've been wanting to do this for ages.
Go on.
People can find. I don't like people doing poetry on the radio, and I don't like people telling jokes on the radio. But if you want to phone up and tell me the punchline to your favourite joke. The punchline to my favourite joke, Ranjit, and you'll know this because you're of a certain age.
Yeah.
No, use your finger like everybody else.
I can't imagine what it was. Okay, my punchline is,
go on.
Aren't you a bit too old to believe in genies?
Oh, this is going to be fun. We'll do this. You can text in as well, 81333. Start your text, WN. The punchline only to your favourite jokes, please, dear listener.
Yeah, so what do you think my joke was then to that? Don't you think you're a bit too old to believe in genies?
I don't want to know, Ranjit.
Well, I'll leave it to your imagination.
Thanks for calling.
See you.
Bye.
Ooh, baby, do you know what that's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. They say in heaven, love comes first. We'll make heaven our place on earth. Ooh, heaven is a place on
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. 03453 009956 is the telephone number. Peter is in Sheldon. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, Ian.
What you got for us, Pete?
That's for me funeral.
Is that your punchline?
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. I love it. Thank you, Pete. That should be criminal. I just want your punchlines. I don't like jokes on the radio. I think they're a little bit naff. And a little bit, everyone kind of feels like, oh, we have to laugh. Carl, yes, you've got my joke right. The punchline to my joke was, no, use your finger like everyone else. We had another one. Where did I just put it? Oh, there we go. Okay. 03453 009956. Now, been a big court case last week, about a song. I was unfamiliar with both of these songs, if I'm completely honest. The Pharrell Williams song and the Marvin Gaye. What was the Pharrell Williams song, Marky Mark? What was it? What was his song?
It was.
It's two old men trying to talk about pop.
Yeah, it was. Wasn't it the one with Robin Thicke? Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines. And it sounded like the Marvin Gaye song. Got to give it up.
Got to give it up.
Got to give it up.
Just like it.
Yeah, Marvin Gaye, I'm so sexy. Yeah. Let's have a listen to those because I'm unfamiliar with those. So this is the Blurred Lines.
Everybody get up.
Okay, there's a vibe going on there. Okay. Okay, so that's the one that's supposedly a rip-off of this. There's people talking. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hang on a minute. I mean, yeah.
You can see it.
Well,
you can
kind of.
hear it.
Is that worth $7.3 million? Is it?
That's how much money there is in the world. You see.
A flipping heck. The best one of all. 03453 009956. The best one of all is the Huey Lewis and the News and Ghostbusters, right? Because Ghostbusters wanted to use Huey Lewis's song, I Want a New Drug, or I Need a New Drug or something, for their film Ghostbusters. And they said, can we use your song? And he went, nah, I don't fancy it. So they went to Ray Parker Jr. Could you ever listen to this song by Huey Lewis and try and write something similar? And right, so this is, of course, and this is a brilliant, this is a great song, right? So this is Ghostbusters. We all know this, huh? Is it Ghostbusters 2? Right, here we go. Yeah. This is a classic, right? So that's the classic. But then you have a listen to this. It's the same song, isn't it?
I want a new drug. When the won't make me sick.
There it is. Dan, Dan.
Make me feel.
Ghostbusters.
Who are you going to call?
Huey Lewis.
The lawyers.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's the same. It's the same song. Your songs that sound similar, please. 03453 009956. I Can't Go For That by Hall & Oates is very like one which Mick Hucknall sings, but I cannot remember what it was called. That's this, is it? Have you got these? Hang on a second. So this is the Hall & Oates. Hall & Oates used to scare me as a child. The one with the short one with the moustache. Hall or Oates, I don't know. Now that's supposedly the same as this. Oh. That's the same drum, isn't it? Oh, it's the same song.
That's the same thing.
Flipping it. Oh. They're all at it. 03453 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call on that. Songs what done sound the same.
Friday afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
There's a story I've got to do. Be careful when you're chomping on a banana today. I don't like bananas. Bananas are ripe. Got beef with bananas. Bananas are ripe for about 20 minutes. They're either too hard or they're too soft and black and squidgy and horrible, right? But then you get a banana like this. Get this. Listen to this, John. Bananas, right? John?
Oh, yeah, hi there, Ian.
You guys can't... John, are you a fan of bananas?
Not particular.
Listen to this. This is in the Daily Mirror. Is that a spider-infected banana in your pocket? A mum opened a bag of Tesco bananas and found deadly spiders with a bite that gives men a 4-hour erection. Imagine that.
Just imagine it. What a smile you'd have on your face.
Well, you wouldn't know what to do. Maria Layton, 43. Oh, this is very naughty, whoever wrote this. Maria Layton, 43, was scared stiff when confronted with eggs from the Brazilian wandering spider, which were starting to hatch. The mum of 2 from Bristol said, I was so scared. Brizzle. Are you from Brazil? I can't do the accent. I was so scared. I don't like spiders at the best of times, but have read about these and was very frightened. Deadly spiders that give you an erection? Well, that's that conversation done, John. What have you called in for?
You was on about songs that sound the same.
Yeah.
Neil Sedaka's song, Turning Back the Hands of Time, has got an identical lyric, an identical melody to Pavarotti's Nessie Dorma. Identical.
To what's this? What Pavarotti song?
Pavarotti's Nessie Dorma.
Nessie Dorma.
Yeah.
It's about naughty students at a private school.
Absolutely.
The hands of time.
Oh, it is.
That's the one. So it's identical.
Nessie Dorma. Well, I would suggest that the Neil Sedaka is an homage, and that he's rewritten the lyrics. I would suggest that he's not trying to.
Oh, absolutely. They're clearly the lyrics are clearly rewritten, but the actual melody is identical. Obviously, he's done that with permission.
With permission, of course. I like Neil Sedaka. It's strange to know he's married, isn't it? He's very, very camp. Is what I'm trying to say, Sadat. Very, very camp.
Never really in that light, I must admit. But I think that was about his last song. I've heard him compose as well.
I like Sadak, and Sadaka's doing a tour soon. And he's one of the people I'd like to interview because he's worked with everybody, hasn't he, Neil Sedaka?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Okay.
I wouldn't know.
John, we'll leave it in that case. Here's someone I have interviewed. Brian Wilson, isn't it?
We realise that I think we've got a head around that we're in the relegation battle.
This Saturday, it's 3 live commentaries at 3.
Hang on a minute. Franksy's tried to hijack my thing there. But hang on a second. Let's. Oh dear, anyone would think I didn't have a clue what I was doing in this studio, wouldn't they? No, Let's. Yeah. Oh blimey. Oh dearie. Oh, here we go.
Whatever happened to me and you, and everything we've been going through. So many pieces, but never in a very straight line.
You're so naughty. Wait, Mark, sorry, could you just pull that door too? Because otherwise your voice bleeds in, and as beautiful as it is, we know you've got a potty mouth, and it would be awful for you to get the sack again. You're very naughty, you lot. You're sending in all I want is the punchlines to your jokes. I don't want the jokes. I don't want you to phone up and tell me jokes. I want the punchlines to your jokes, please. David in Tamworth. Ian, the punchline to my favourite joke is, I'm over here, Dad. Simon in Walsall. Here's a punchline. Oh, I mean, a long-legged bird with a tight cat. Lee says, punchline, and I've got to be careful how I read this, the nun in the church has her soul full of hope. Oh, you're very, very naughty. 03453 009956. Let's have a little recap of where we are, because it's kind of been. And this show, I come in and I go through the papers and I say stuff that's in my head. You're more than welcome to call in about anything else you want. So far, songs that sound the same. We are still giving away weather conditions. So far, Dave has got wet and windy. Christopher has got the jet stream. Terry's got rainbows. And Robert's got frosty, crispy, sunny blue days with snow on the ground. I've got tropical storms. What weather condition would you like? Songs that sound the same. And punchlines. Oh, and rip-offs. This is actually quite a good one from Ranj. What do we know are rip-offs? So far, Valentine's Day, Mother's Day and school photos. 03453 009956. Ivan's in Willenhall. Good afternoon, Ivan.
Good afternoon.
What you got for us, boss?
Sorry?
What have you got for us?
Right, George Harrison, My Sweet Lord.
Yep.
And the Chiffons, He's So Fine.
Ah, now this let's this is famous, of course. Here we go. Hang on.
He's so fine. Wish she were mine.
I really wanna be with you. Hang on.
One with the wavy hair. I don't know.
Really wanna be with you. I really wanna know you. Now the thing is, Ivan, both songs were produced by Phil Spector, and it was Phil Spector who sued George Harrison.
That's right.
That's insane genius, isn't it?
Well, yeah.
Ivan, thank you. Produced by the same bloke. Insane genius. Insane genius. 03453 009956. I got someone waving a bit of paper at me. What does that bit of paper? I don't know what it means. It's not a death threat, is it? Oh blimey! Oh blimey! The way that WM works is there are windows so real people can see me. Hey. I feel like a performing monkey in a cage, Marky Mark.
I think it's that chap with the flea stuff.
Oh, is it the flea stuff for the cats? Oh my God, bless you, sir. Thank you. My cat's got fleas. This is well, mate. Here we go. Look, here comes security. I hope you frisked him to make sure it wasn't anything dodgy.
Thank you, Basil.
Is it fleece? Is there a note?
It says to Iain Lee.
Yes. Oh.
Stonghold.
Sorry?
Stonghold.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Stonghold.
Okay. Well, that's very, very... You're not waiting for money, are you? Are you waiting for money? The gentleman that's coming out has got a fiver for you. Make sure you get it off of him. That's very kind. Thank you. Thank you. You see, this is what it's all about. Our community's helping people. I do feel like a performing monkey in a cage. It's wonderful. If you ever want to come down and have a look at WM, we're based in the mailbox. You can come along and have a look through the window. It's weird. You can see me on the Fridays. You can't see me on the Saturdays because I'm in a different studio and you can't look through the window in that one. You can see Molly. Come down and have a look at Molly. Oh, well, isn't that kind? That's very kind. Thank you very much indeed. That's my dirty cat. Look at that. Beautiful.
Thanks, Dave.
Is that Dave? Thank you, Dave. You're a legend, mate. There we go. But yeah, if you want to come down and have a look, then do. I mean, there's not a lot to see. All it is a middle-aged man pretty much talking to himself. That's kind of what it is. 03453 009956 is the phone number. Songs that sound the same. Rip-offs. dumb mums, and what weather condition would you like to own? Also, punchlines to your favourite jokes. 03453 009956 81333. Start your text WM.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news now. Here's Phil Peacock.
On the southbound M6, there are queues at the start from junction 11 at Cannock down to junction 8 for the M5, which is having a bit of an effect on the Black Country route as you head from Willenhall eastbound towards the M6 junction 10 Island. In Stourbridge, the A451 Worcester Street, which is as you leave the ring road heading towards the park between Greenfield Avenue and Heath Lane, has been closed by a building fire. And it's looking very slow out of Birmingham on the Aston Expressway towards the M6 at junction 6. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
It's 3 o'clock. I'm Charlotte Harriman. A 13-year-old boy has been found guilty of murdering a woman during a robbery in Smethwick last year. Glenys Bensley, who was 47, died from head injuries after being punched and kicked during the attack as she walked home from a pub in September. A 20-year-old man has been found guilty of manslaughter. Phil Mackey reports.
Glenys Bensley was attacked as she left the Seven Stars pub in Smethwick. The 13-year-old, who can't be named for legal reasons, hit her in the face and after she'd fallen to the ground, stamped on her head. Then he and Zohib Majid, who's 20, stole cash, a mobile phone and jewellery. The whole incident lasted just 30 seconds. 5 days later, the teenager handed himself into the police. Majid was arrested soon after. During a trial at Wolverhampton Crown Court, the jury heard that the pair had plotted the robbery together. They'll be sentenced next month.
The former TV weatherman Fred Talbot has been jailed for 5 years for indecently assaulting 2 schoolboys when he was a teacher in the 1970s. Passing sentence, the judge told Talbot that he had deliberately and indecently assaulted his victims for his own gratification. A third teenager has been arrested on suspicion of being involved in an assault in Wolverhampton that's left a Watford fan fighting for his life. 44-year-old Nick Cruz is still in a critical condition after the attack which happened after the Wolves-Watford game last Saturday. The 18-year-old was arrested at an address in Wolverhampton's Fallings Park at around 3:30 this morning. A 13-year-old boy and another 18-year-old who were arrested earlier this week in Wolverhampton have both been bailed. The Queen, the Prime Minister and war veterans have attended a service at St Paul's Cathedral to mark the end of Britain's 13-year campaign in Afghanistan. The UK was part of the US-led coalition that toppled the Taliban in 2001. Almost 150,000 British personnel were deployed and 453 died. The Dean of St Paul's, Dr. David Eisen, says it was a day to remember all those who served in the cause of peace and security.
We give thanks for the commitment of our service personnel, aid agencies and support organisations to friend and to stranger. We commemorate with sorrow and regret those who have died in these operations and pray for their families and friends and for all who mourn their loss.
And the Liberal Democrats are promising to help thousands of first-time buyers with a new rent-to-own housing scheme if they're in power after the general election. Instead of having to save for a deposit, young people would be able to start buying their home through monthly rental payments and eventually gain full ownership of the property after 30 years. Taking a look at the weather, rain will clear away this afternoon. Temperatures at 9 degrees Celsius, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Staying dry overnight with some frost in places, dipping down to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. And the weekend, tomorrow will remain mostly dry, chilly with some bright spells and just 1 or 2 odd showers at 7 degrees Celsius, 45 degrees Fahrenheit. That's your news for the West Midlands. It's now 3 minutes past 3.
How professional. How
Friday
professional.
afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
So people were queuing up for Aldi. People were queuing up for Aldi. This is, it's a strange one. I don't get the phenomenon of queuing up outside shops. I don't quite understand that. Whenever there's a new Apple... The watch isn't out yet, is it? They've just been showing it off. It comes out soon. There will be people queuing up for days outside various Apple stores. The big one is the one on Regent Street in that there London. And the last time an iPad came out, there were people queuing up like 4 days in advance. 4 days! To make sure they got a place at the front of the queue. Hey, you know, if you order it online, they'll deliver it that day. You won't have the discomfort of sitting outside for 4 days and sleeping. It will come to your house probably that morning. Well, there were people queuing outside an Aldi. I mean, and good for them, but it's sad, isn't it? These hardy bargain hunters braved the cold and queued for almost 24 hours to bag baskets of goodies. I mean, flipping heck. Aldi's one of these. I don't go to shops. I don't like shopping unless I really, really have to. Saying that though, I've just found the Discovery in Birmingham, which looks like an absolute treasure trove of a record shop. It's a 3-minute walk from here. I'll see you there about 5 minutes past 4. But queuing, I mean, this is one of these low-budget stores, isn't it? So it's not going to... The first 100 shoppers through the doors of a new Aldi store were given them a golden ticket, winning some of them gifts and vouchers. Winning some of them gifts and vouchers. So the first 100 shoppers were given a golden ticket, and some of those would have won gifts and vouchers. Liam MacDonald, 30, who had set up camp outside the Budget supermarket in Salford, landed a 32-inch flat-screen TV. Well, 32 inches is tiny. That's a tiny television, isn't it? And what, he won a TV for having no light. Well done. You're, the first 30 years of your life have been so miserable and geeky and sad that we're going to treat you by giving you a small telly. Really? I don't get this queuing for stuff. We don't need to queue for stuff. I like queuing. I'm a fan of the law and indeed the order. And I will queue for buses and I will queue for things. But, get Millie, we'll have Millie. But, queuing outside... do you understand that, David? Queuing outside a shop for 24 hours?
No, I wouldn't do it.
It's sad, isn't it?
Very sad, yeah.
Are you eating?
No.
Are you drinking?
No.
Are you smoking?
No.
Are you licking something?
No.
Are you brushing your teeth?
No.
Are you playing with your moustache?
No, I haven't got a moustache.
Oh, OK. You should grow one. I think it would suit you.
What, with a leather cap or something? I don't know.
Oh, man, those leather caps. You just can't wear them now. David, what have you got for us?
Right. 2 songs that sound the same.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Prince Charming by Adam and the Ants.
Adam and the Ants, yes.
And War Canoe by...
Who?
Rolf Harris.
Well, now... well, hang on a minute. We can't play... Listen, Marky Mark...
It's only the start.
We can't play Rolf Harris.
Why not?
Why do you think? Why do you think we can't play Rolf Harris?
Well, yeah, I thought you'd ring us back and ask me what the joke was, anyway.
What is the joke?
The one I sent you the punchline in.
Oh, which one was yours?
I'm over here, Dad.
I don't want to know what... We can't play... Marky Mark, for goodness sakes. I tell you what we can play, though. We can play this.
Don't you ever stop being down.
Okay, and just imagine a Rolf Harris song that sounds a bit similar to that. We can't play that. For goodness sake. Prince Charming, ridicule is nothing to be scared of. What's your favourite Adamant song, Millie?
I don't know. I not really got one.
Yeah? Do you like that one?
Yeah, that's all right.
What about Stand and Deliver?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
How does that one go?
That's all right.
You sing it?
Stand and deliver something of your life, money or your life, something.
Go on, give it again. Go on, give it everything you got.
Stand and deliver money or your life, whatever it is.
Yeah. Do you like...
I got Rob last week.
Do you like Goody Two Shoes?
Yeah, but listen.
Sing that one.
Never mind that. I come on for
You
that.
don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? You don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? Something different, something. There must be something inside.
Go on, man.
I've met Adamant, and he was been in turns delightful to me and also very rude to me.
I'll give you 10 out of 10.
Thank you so much, my darling. And I'm only going to give you 3 out of 10.
Oh, I take that.
Yeah, I know you will. What have you got for us, Mills? I've not spoken to you for ages. Where have you been?
Pardon?
Where have you been? Prison? I've not spoken to you for ages, Millie.
I had too much death in the family.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that.
I supposed to be in Barbados, but what happened is everybody couldn't get the time off.
Yeah.
So my cousin, she was buried yesterday in Barbados.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Millie.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
But she was in Reading, living in Reading.
Oh, hang on. So she was in Reading, and then
Yeah, she went on vacation. So she's supposed to come back on the Wednesday.
Hang on a minute. She went to Barbados on holiday.
Yeah.
And she died in Barbados.
Yeah. She's supposed to came back on the Wednesday. She was doing the last shopping on the Tuesday. She had a massive heart attack and died.
Oh my gosh! And so she's being buried in Barbados.
Yeah, in a sense, bringing her back here. She was born in Barbados.
So she's got family over there.
No, here. The children are all gone over.
So hang on a minute. She went on holiday.
Yeah.
She's got no family over there.
Yeah, she got cousins. Yeah.
Okay.
She got her sister there, and she got my sister down there.
Okay,
She got cousins
so
down
when
there.
when I said she got family there, and you said no, you were lying.
But I
It
thought
was a
you
lie.
meant like children.
I meant family.
Family is my children.
No, family is cousins and sisters as well.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what?
Siblings of just your sisters.
Your sister is your family?
Yeah, my family is my sons and...
No, and also your sister and your aunts and your mum and dad and your cousins.
Then my cousins.
Your cousins is your family?
Yeah, whatever.
Well, but you said no.
Whatever.
No, not whatever, Millie. You were wrong, and I would like an apology.
I thought you meant like the...
No, I meant family.
All right.
I would like an apology, please.
I apologise. You say what you have to say. It's just like last week I got robbed. I was doing Mastermind, yeah?
Hang on, you were doing Mastermind and you got robbed?
That's Friday, yeah, on the radio, just before you... I think you was there.
Yeah.
And the second biggest... I was doing the lakes, you know.
I've got literally no idea what you're talking about, Millie. I think you might be grief-stricken.
I was on Mastermind. We were doing Mastermind on the radio last week.
Okay. Who with?
1 o'clock. It was after Caroline came off. It wasn't Pete.
Was it? What day was it?
Friday.
So, what? 1 o'clock on Friday?
But yeah, around that time.
Well, that would have been Caroline. Was it Molly last week?
No. It was after Caroline. It was after 1 o'clock going 2.
No, Caroline does 12 till 2.
Right, but Thingy Bob was in there talking.
Who's talking?
It was Friday. It was Pete, not Pete. It was...
Was it this radio station?
You're
insane, Millie.
Huh?
You're hallucinating. You need to lie down.
No. We were doing Mastermind. I was doing the world's greatest lakes.
The world's greatest lakes?
Some of the world's greatest lakes, yeah.
Okay, here's a question.
I was doing...
here's a question. What is the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
I didn't ask you that. Are you asking me that for?
Well, I'm asking you... You hang on. According to you and
your... We're doing some of them. I was doing America and Canada.
Well, this is in America. What's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
I don't know the one in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
I know, I know...
Which lake do you know?
I know the Caspian Sea. I know the one in America is the same Superior.
Yeah.
I know, which one I did? Canada. Yeah. I know Great Bear.
Yeah.
And Great Slave.
Yes.
American one, Erie.
Yeah.
Michigan. And Urine. Urine is a
Urine?
one.
There's not a Lake Urine.
Yeah, he told me Lake Urine is in Canada.
There's not a Lake Urine. That would be disgusting. There's a Butter Mountain.
Ayrshire Hotel, U for uniform, R for Romeo, O for
She's spelling it out.
Oscar,
Yes.
N for
no
November.
idea what she's talking about.
That is North America.
Can I ask you a question about a lake?
Which lake? The one in Barbados?
No. They don't have lakes in
Oh, we
Barbados.
don't have no lake.
No, of course
We
not.
have rivers and
Exactly.
streams.
What's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
I don't know the lake in Salt Lake City.
Okay, let's see if that's open. Oh, three,
Tell
four,
me one.
Sorry?
I'm telling you the one I know.
Well, there is one lake in Salt Lake City. What's it called?
You tell me. I just said you tell me.
It's in Utah. So it's in Utah. Lots of
It's in
Mormons.
Utah.
Mormons live there. The Osmonds live there.
The Osmonds.
The Osmonds.
Hmm.
What's the name of the lake? In Salt Lake City. She's giving you
I
the
don't
answer.
know.
She's giving you
I
the
know
answer.
my
It's
lake.
Salt Lake. It's,
I know.
Okay, right. So just listen
Tell
again.
me then.
Okay, so Salt Lake. Okay, what's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
Can you tell
In
me?
Salt Lake. Sorry.
Ian, tell me what is it? Which lake is it?
You tell. I'm giving you
I
Salt
know.
Lake.
I know my
It's
lake.
Salt Lake.
I know my head.
It's Salt Lake. Let's ask again. Okay, so Salt Lake. Okay, here we go. Millie, what's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
Are you asking me that again?
I'm asking you the question about Salt Lake. Yes. What's the name of the lake in?
I don't know the lake in Salt Lake City.
Oh,
I don't know.
You don't know the name of the
The
lake
name of the lake,
in
Salt
Salt Lake City?
No.
Okay, it's Salt
I
Lake.
know mine.
Salt Lake. So, what's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City? Your answer is?
Pass.
Okay, Millie, thank you.
You tell me.
I'm not going to tell you, no.
All right then.
Yes.
What is the lake in North America? Name some of the lakes that I just tell you.
Erie,
Some
Michigan,
of the largest.
Urine.
No, I just told you them.
Yeah, I know. Well, I just told you.
You are the one. You telling me about some of you. Give me some of your own though.
What?
Name a lake like USSR.
In the USSR?
Yes.
Okay, Lake Petromanov. Thank you.
Lake Aral.
Eh?
Lake Aral.
It's okay. So Salt Lake. Salt Lake is the answer. What's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
No, you keep saying that one out of time. Is that the only one you know?
Why are we arguing about who knows the most about lakes, for crying out loud?
I know more
You're
than
such
you.
a fruit. What? You don't know that Salt Lake. You don't know the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
No.
No. Hang on a minute, Marcus.
Hello.
What's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
Is he there?
Marcus?
Yeah, sorry about that. I just dropped off.
It sounded like you dropped something
didn't,
off.
didn't
Yeah.
drop off. Didn't fall asleep.
I heard a little squeak.
My reception is very poor.
Okay, Marcus, what is the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
No idea.
Okay. Millie, was there anything else you wanted, or shall I move on?
Yeah, I want to talk to you now.
You've just spoken to
weather.
me for 10 minutes.
Moderate. What?
You've just spoken to me for 10 minutes. It's Marcus's term now.
Oh, you did half the talking. I didn't talk that much. But can you please give me the answer to the
Salt
lake?
Lake. The answer to the Salt Lake question?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of the lake in...
Well, Salt Lake City, because you're not giving me the name.
Oh, baby, I am.
You keep saying the lake.
Salt
The
Lake, yeah?
City
Salt
Lake.
Lake. What's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City?
Salt Lake City. Because you're not telling me.
Okay, Millie, thank you. What would you like to say, Millie? Because Marcus, we got the Gabby Cabby as well. Morning, afternoon, Gabby Cabby.
Lee, how are you, mate? Ledge.
I'm all right. Look, Millie, we've got these two gentlemen waiting. You're holding them up.
All right, I'm going for moderate breeze. Hang on, that is my weather. You was asking about the weather
it was. Millie wants a moderate breeze.
Moderate breeze.
Why do you want that? That's quite a boring weather condition.
No, it's just moderate, just mild, just nice.
Yeah.
Not too bad, not strong, not strong.
And are you
wind.
often responsible for a moderate breeze, Millie, down south?
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Right, Gabby Cabby, stay there. Marcus, what you got for us?
Yeah, the sound alike.
Oh, yeah, none of them mention convicted sex offenders, do they?
Spirit.
Yes.
Fresh garbage.
Yes.
Which is like from the 60s, I think.
Yeah.
And Pink with Feel Good Time.
Let's hang on.
And it's identical.
This is Spirit. Hang on. Right, so that's Spirit. They don't sound very similar to start with, Marcus.
Well, just hang on.
Oh, hang on a minute.
A slight similarity, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, that's a good one, mate.
Separated at birth.
Marcus, we'll have that one. Thank you very much indeed. Gabby Cabby, good afternoon, sir.
How are you, Loser? You all right, son?
I'm doing all right, fella. I'm doing all right. Go on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to hazard a guess and say that the lake is Salt Lake.
So let me just give you the question again.
Yeah,
And if you get this right, you actually win the lake.
Oh, fantastic.
The question is, what's the name of the lake in Salt Lake City? Your answer is?
Salt Lake.
You're absolutely right. Nigel, I think you've just called in to answer that, haven't you, Nige?
That's correct. Yeah,
Is that the answer you were going to give, Nigel?
Well, it's actually the Great Salt Lake.
Oh! Oh! What we have to do here for legal reasons is we have to split the lake in half. Nigel, you get half the lake. Gabby Cabby, you get the other half. Are we okay with that?
Can't we do 60-40?
What, you're prepared to give away more to the Gabby Cabby? That's very generous of you, Nigel.
No. Far from it.
What for?
60 to me, 40 to the Gabby Cabby. Well, it's only fair.
Why is it fair? What are you talking about? What?
Well, I did come up with the correct answer.
No. What are you saying? The Great Salt Lake?
The Great Salt Lake.
Right, hang on a minute. You know, there's only one way to find this out, don't you? I'm going to ask Jeeves. Salt Lake City. Hang on a minute. Hang on. Salt Lake. Do you know what? I can't be bothered to look for it. And Nigel, because of your attitude, you're only going to get 10% of the Salt Lake.
How's that fair?
Yeah, thanks very much for calling. How is that fair? Life ain't fair, I'm afraid, Nigel. It's a very, very cruel mistress.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there. Two worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live
first timer to the gardening phone-in wants to speak to you from Solihull. Morning, George.
Morning. I've got a problem, Phil, with an apple tree.
OK, then.
The fruit becomes very scabby after a while.
Yeah, I think it's definitely... Let's nail it down to calcium. The gardening phone-in awaits your call. Carol in Walsall, welcome to the gardening phone-in.
Hello.
Hello, Carol. Can I introduce you to Phil?
Yes.
Morning, Carol. How are you?
Morning.
Every Saturday, you can get advice from gardening expert Phil Mycan. Bare soil needs warming up a little bit because with the wind coming in and the cold and the frost, you want to get that soil living a little bit. The gardening phone-in every Saturday morning from 9 on BBC WM 95.6.
A very, thank you, Molly, a very bitty show today, and I kind of like the bitty shows. It's just lots of bits and pieces. We'll have a recap after the news at past. So if you just tuned in and you're scratching your head going, what the heck is going on here? If you stick around for a few minutes, after past, I will, I'll fill you in. Two of the things we've been talking about, though, rip-offs. Mother's Day is a rip-off, isn't it? And well done you. None of you want to phone in and admit your mums are dumb. That Mother's Day is a rip-off. You know, it's when the florists who are chancers. Is there anything worse than receiving flowers? Yeah, of course there are. You know, like disease. But receiving... We'll take calls after past. But receiving flowers, it's such a faff. Because you've got to take them out and you've got to cut the stems and you've got to find the vase and then they die after a week and, oh, man. It's just a con. So we've been asking for rip-offs. Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, school photos. Martin says school holidays and Easter. How are school holidays a rip-off? What do you mean? The fact that you have to pay extra to go on holiday in the school holidays. Is that what you mean? Kate says a rip-off is Christmas. Oh, Kate, no. No, Kate, we're not having that. This is a very Christmas-friendly show. We'll not have anybody knocking Christmas. Also asking for your punchlines, and Kate's punchline is, where's the soap, doesn't it? And Kev's punchline is the sticks. Oh, and Chris says, what about big rip-off Red Nose Day? How is that? How is it a rip-off? I mean, listen, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I would argue whether it's a rip-off or not.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news now. Here's Phil Peacock.
It's very busy on the southbound side of the M6 from junction 11 at Cannock towards junction 8 for the M5. Some problems developing in the Queensway Tunnel in Birmingham. There's a broken down van just before you get to Paradise Circus Queensway, blocking a lane, causing some congestion back to Holloway Circus. Busy out of Birmingham as well for Aston Expressway towards the M6 at junction 6 at Spaghetti Junction, and busy at Gailey as well for the northbound side of the A449. There are queues as you head towards the roadworks at the Gailey Island for the A5. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Thank you.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the news. Here's Charlotte Harriman.
A 13-year-old boy has been found guilty of murdering a woman who died of a bleed on the brain in Smethwick last year. 47-year-old Glynis Bensley was attacked as she left the Seven Stars pub in Smethwick. The 13-year-old, who can't be named for legal reasons, hit her in the face after she had fallen to the ground and stamped on her head. The former TV weatherman Fred Talbot has been jailed for 5 years for indecently assaulting two schoolboys when he was a teacher in the 1970s. Passing sentence, the judge told Talbot that he had deliberately and indecently assaulted his victims for his own gratification. The Queen, the Prime Minister and war veterans have attended a service at St Paul's Cathedral to mark the end of Britain's 13-year campaign in Afghanistan. The UK was part of the US-led coalition that toppled the Taliban in 2001. Almost 150 British personnel were deployed and 453 died. And Conigry, trained by Mark Bradstock and ridden by Nico de Bonville, won the Cheltenham Gold Cup, the feature race of the Cheltenham Festival. Finally, taking a look at the weather, rain will clear away this afternoon with highs of 9 degrees Celsius, 48 degrees Fahrenheit. Staying dry tonight with some frost in places, dipping down to 0 degrees Celsius, 32 degrees Fahrenheit.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio and online.
BBC WM 95.6.
So a little recap of where we've been, where we are now and where we are hoping to get to by 4 o'clock when Franksy comes on and does, well, he does like a proper show. By proper, I mean, he's professional. I'm a chancer. And I'm fully aware at some point someone in authority is going to go, hang on a minute, we pay this guy? No. So, where have we been? We started off giving out weather conditions. I know. You can claim your weather. And when that weather condition happens, you can go, yeah, that's mine. And if you're going to stand in it, you all owe me £1. I've got tropical storms. Dave's got wet and windy. Christopher has got the jet stream. Although I don't actually know what the jet stream is. I don't think it's a weather condition. Terry's got rainbows. I think Terry may have been on acid. Robert's got frosty, crisp, sunny blue days with snow on the ground. And Millie's got a moderate breeze. I mean, a moderate breeze? We're also just asking for your punchlines to jokes. Do you know the state it's in? Is one. And Glyn says, please stop, my sides are splitting. I love it. I don't want to know the joke. I think it's better if you don't know the joke, because some of these, they may be perfectly innocent, but they could be absolutely filthy. What else have we got? Rip-offs and... oh, here we go. Songs that sound the same. And I had spotted this, Kate. The Eurovision Song Contest entry for Great Britain, it's a group called Electro Velvet. And yeah, it does sound exactly the same as the Bird's Eye Potato Waffles advert. Have you heard this? Bird's Eye Potato Waffles, waffly versatile. Honestly, it's exactly the same. Here's two that sound the same. Now, I absolutely... hang on, is this on our playlist? Yes, it is. I absolutely love this song. It's, the Bruno gentleman. Uptown Funk, right? Okay, keep this in your mind. Okay, you got that? Yeah. Now have a listen to this, okay? It's the same song, guys. Don Was. Set your legal targets. Let's have some of this. I haven't heard this song for years. It's flipping brilliant. 03453 009956. Iain Lee, BBC WM. I thought it was going to end. I thought it was going to be a hard end. That's what we call a fade. BBC WM 95.6 here every Friday between 2 and 4, and Saturday between 10 and 12. Carol is in Bourneville. Good afternoon to you, Carol.
Hello there.
What you got for us?
The punchline.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you've called in for? Yes, go on. What's your punchline?
Shall I put this on your bill, sir?
Am I right in thinking, Carol, that's a filthy one?
Yeah, pretty filthy.
Yeah, good. But the punchlines are better than the actual jokes, aren't they?
Yeah.
My favourite one is use your finger like everyone else.
Right.
Carol, thank you very much indeed. 03453 009956. Ian Milley was on Mastermind with Richard Wilford between 7 and 9 one day last week. So not after 1 o'clock then. What was she talking about? Her specialist subject was lakes of the world. I remember it well, says Marty. My weather condition is changeable. Sorry, Marty, we can't do it on the text or the emails. You've got to, for legal reasons, and you can blame Jonathan Ross for that. We've got to, for legal reasons, give out these weather conditions only to those people who make the bold step of phoning in. Speaking of bold steps, there are 2 stories on page 26 of The Sun today. Neither of which I agree with, although I can... Well, one, cheese phobia has sent me crackers. I couldn't... Do you know what I'm going to try? I'm going to find... Where's a good place in Birmingham to get a nice cheese platter? I don't want a main course. I just want to go and have a really good cheese platter. And not... You go to some of these chains and you have a cheese platter and it's a little bit poor. And you think, I wish I'd gone for the banoffee. Because the cheese platter is a bit... I want to go somewhere... And listen, I don't mind paying top dollar. In London, there is a cheese restaurant. There are several. And I went to it. And it is amazing. Amazing. Where can I get a good cheese platter in Birmingham, please? You got 20 minutes. 03453 009956. A proper one where it's not just a couple of slices of cheddar and a bit of brie and some grapes. I want a big... motherload plate of cheese. Different cheeses, stinky cheeses. Some cheeses that I will be so pungent I won't want to try them, but I will try them. You fan of cheese, Marky Mark? No. Get out of my studio. You make me sick. A business analyst has told how she has panic attacks and bursts into tears because, guys, of her fear of cheese. Anna Bonderson, 33, flees at the sight of the yellow, smelly hell. Come on, love. Can't say love anymore. Come on, my darling. She once dumped an unwitting boyfriend who came into the room with a plateful and can be left terrified by talk about cheese on the radio. Anna of Sweden recalled how she ran away from a work colleague who used a microwave to heat up a parmesan-flavoured pie. She said, "It took about 2 seconds for the cheesy steam to reach my nose, and I completely panicked." Cheesy steam. Guys, we've all been there. "Physically, my body reacts with tears. I can't think of anything but escape." But Anna has never sought treatment for the phobia. She does not consider it a problem. She said, "People found it amusing." That's just nuts, isn't it? How can you be afraid of cheese? Cheese is is God's gift to us. It says, do you know what, guys? I've made life on Earth pretty tough. I'm going to give you different kinds of cheeses to make life bearable. Mini Baby Bells, Edam, boy. Was it Sticky Fingers? No, Bishop, Stinky Bishop. Is that one? Oy, oy, oy. 03453 009956. And then there's this. Now, this is what I'm about to read. I am not laughing at what happened. It's a serious physical assault. But I can understand the person's frustration. I'm not condoning his reaction, OK? A tram passenger was punched in the face, not cool, for not covering his mouth when he coughed. That's not cool either. Do you know what? I met someone yesterday for the first time, okay? I went round to their house. I knocked on the door. They opened the door. "Ah, Iain, good to see you." He then coughed. Like, quite a big cough. But he put his right hand over his mouth. Brilliant. He then offered me his right hand to shake. And had I been a stronger me, I would have said, "I'm not going to shake that." And I would have been perfectly in my right to say, "Do you know what? I'm not going to shake that." And instead, I thought, I'm shaking his dirty hand. And immediately after, I said, "Oh, can I use your bathroom, please?" And I went and I scrubbed my hand. That is disgusting, isn't it? Someone sneezes or cough. Yeah, cover it. Cover your hand. Cover it with your hand. Yeah, of course. Don't then offer your hand. A tram passenger was punched in the face for not covering his mouth when he coughed. The 62-year-old was on an afternoon service when a witness said he let out a small cough. A man thought to be in his 20s shouted, hit him, giving him a bloody nose and a black eye. Awful, awful, awful. Right? That's terrible. But, and I'm not saying the fella enjoyed a smacking, of course he didn't. But, please, when you're coughing, it's simple, isn't it? My boys are 5 and 3, and they've almost got it. They've not quite got it. They've almost got it to put their hands over their mouth when they cough and when they sneeze. 03453 009956.
Friday afternoons with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Let's go to Jan. Good afternoon to you, Jan.
Hello, my dear. How are you?
My darling Jan, my life is so much better. My heart is lighter. My gosh, my soul is free from this physical shackle, all because I'm now speaking to you.
Oh, that's lovely. I feel the same way about you.
May God bless you.
You're just a light in the darkness, Iain.
Well, bless you. Thank you so much. What have you got for us?
Well, I thoroughly recommend that you buy your cheese and you indulge in it at home.
Oh.
Because you can leave it to, fester on the kitchen work surface for a couple of days until it's really ripe.
But I want cheese this evening, Jan. I want to eat cheese before I go. Is it true if you eat lots of cheese you have nightmares, or is that just a made up Dickens thing?
I've never had nightmares from cheese. No, I always go to bed feeling wonderful when I've eaten cheese.
Are you a big cheese fan?
Oh, I adore it. I agree. It's a gift from God.
It is wonderful. And this woman who's afraid of cheese, and I've got friends who don't. They turn their nose up at a bit of cheese. Oh, it's just wonderful.
She must have seen something nasty in the woodshed when she was little.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anywhere in Birmingham I can go and get some good cheese tonight, Jan?
There used to be a cheese shop on York Road, Kings Heath. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But then we saw the guy at the time Farmers Market on All Saints Corner.
Yeah.
Where they have the all that gorgeous stuff in Kings Heath now.
But it's gone.
But he's gone underground. What a pity. But I can recommend what you could watch if you're eating cheese.
Oh yeah. Go on.
On Netflix, if you have it, there's a fantastic series called Borgia. And you can eat your cheese and watch the progress of Cesare Borgia. Cesare Borgia?
Who's the... What? I don't know. Now you speak a foreign language.
Oh, the Borgias were one of these powerful families in Renaissance Italy, weren't they?
Yes.
And the dad was Pope Alexander VI, and his son Cesare was a cardinal, and then resigned because what he really wanted to be was an emperor. So you've got Machiavelli in there, you've got Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, all sorts of guys, and lots of murder and mayhem, and some amazing feasts.
Jan, maybe I could... I haven't got Netflix. Maybe if I bring a bag of cheese, can I pop round to King's Heath?
Yeah.
Jan, I'll see you later on. I'll be about 9 o'clock. Thank you. Good afternoon, Nikki.
Good afternoon.
What have you got for us, Nikki?
Well, I just wanted to make a point, really, about the man who you were just talking about who coughed in his hand and he shook his hand.
Oh, yeah. I met a fella the other day. He coughed and he covered his mouth. I thought, oh, that's great. And then he offered it to me to shake, and I did it.
And you felt disgusted by it?
Yeah, of course, it was horrible.
Yeah, but what about last week when you was talking about going to the toilet, not washing your hands? Don't you think other people would feel disgusted by that as well?
Oh, gosh, we've got a listener...
So you can't really complain, can
We've got a listener with a memory. No,
yeah,
but
I have a very good memory.
But in that case, Nikki, you'll remember me saying that my hands aren't dirty when I've done a wee. They're not.
How can they not be?
Well, because I'm not weeing on my hand, and my willy is clean.
No.
Yes,
it's not.
it is. It is. I've got a clean willy.
No, it's not. Every time you go to the toilet, your willy's then dirty.
No, it's not. Well, okay then. Well, I should be cleaning my willy after every wee-wee.
Yes.
Sorry?
Yes.
Well, do you clean your woo-wah after every wee-wee?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much indeed, Nikki. Let's go to Jean.
Hello.
Try following that one, Jean.
Well, I don't want to talk about wheeze.
Nor
'cause
do
I think
I.
when you eat cheese, you don't want wheeze on you, do you?
No, you don't want
No.
wheeze on cheese.
Now,
Jeans.
I'll tell you something.
Yes, please, my darling.
Nobody could have loved cheese more than me. I used to buy in £6 blocks of strong stuff, you know.
It's got to be the strong... when I was a boy...
I take chunks of it.
Me and my
And-
mum used to call it ticklish cheese because it would tickle the roof of your mouth.
Nobody could have loved cheese. I love blue cheese as well. But now, some years now, it's been a few years now, I managed to get diabetes.
How did you
And
get
I only
that,
went,
Jean?
I didn't even know I'd
You
got it.
clumsy fool.
And no, and I went for a test because you could go for tests at the hospital in those days. And I got diabetes. And when you've got diabetes, my God, you've got to be careful what you eat.
Don't say you can't
I
eat
eat
cheese.
basically nothing
No,
now.
no,
But I've
don't,
lost
no.
a lot of weight.
Don't say you can't eat cheese, Jean.
I can't.
What is this hell?
Diabetes. You cannot eat cheese.
You are.
I've got the very, no, you wouldn't know.
Go on.
Very, very light cheese, and it's wrapped in a foil,
Dairy
plastic
leaf.
that you take off. It's the very, very light
Is
one.
it cheese strings?
I didn't
Dairy-
know. It's
dairy-
just a square cheese.
Okay, yeah.
And I can probably have 2 of those a day.
Laughing cow.
When you've had cut off and
So
have
that's really meant
great
to call
big
you that.
lumps, you
Yes.
know. You can't eat
No,
that.
that's
and
no
there's
life.
things that you can't eat when you've got diabetes. Can I tell you something?
Have you ever been tempted by Dignitas as a result of this?
Can I ask you something? Can you shut up for 2 minutes?
Yes, Mum. Yes, Mum. Sorry, Mum.
Yes. Go to the hospital.
What?
Get a test for diabetes.
I haven't got. You've got diabetes. I haven't.
No, you don't. Oh, I didn't know I had.
Well,
you've got to have a test
no.
to know you've got
I
it.
don't want to. I don't want to have a test. I want to eat
If
cheese.
you don't go for a test
Yeah.
and you eat diabetes, you're dead.
I'm not going to eat diabetes.
If you've got diabetes,
Yeah. No, but you.
and you eat the
No.
things you're eating
No, no,
now,
no.
you're not going to... Would you listen to me?
No.
You're a nutcase, you are.
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
listen.
No, I'm not
I don't
nutcase.
want you to die.
No. You were eating.
Go to the hospital.
You were, Jean. You've got me angry now. How dare you
I
suggest?
just went out of the blue because they were asking you to go to the hospital
cheese.
for a diabetes test.
Right, but you.
I didn't know I got it.
Oh, you.
I was eating cheese and everything else.
Exactly. You were eating cheese and you didn't die, and you had it.
But I would have done if I'd have kept on.
Do you know what?
You don't die in 2 minutes.
No. Well, then I will wait until I have a cheese seizure, if you will, and then I'll go to the hospital.
If you want to die, baby, you die.
I haven't, baby Bell. I've not got diabetes.
You don't know until you go for it. No one knows until they've had the test.
I could have any of the diseases out there.
And
and
all
I'll-
the things you can't eat.
Flipping heck.
And the things you... I've lost a lot of weight.
Have you never considered euthanasia?
I just consider not eating all that cheese.
That's
You
not a
eat-
life, Jean. You're not living, Jean. That's no life.
Of course I'm not.
It's not a life.
I'm just existing. Yeah, but I want to live a lot longer.
But you're not living.
I've got 2 cats I've got to look after
I
before I die.
I want to pack it all into one. Live fast and eat cheese. That's my motto.
Would you just go... just bear with me, and you
No.
ask the person that looks after you,
Who?
does the show.
What?
He's far cleverer than you.
What, Marky Mark is
He's
cleverer
got
than
far
me?
more sense than you.
What on earth are you talking about, you lunatic?
You ask him what diabetes is,
I know
and you
what-
go and get a check.
Why would I want to go? I haven't got any of the symptoms of diabetes.
You don't have symptoms of diabetes.
Well, why should I go?
You don't have symptoms of no symptoms. Of
course there are symptoms.
You've just got it, and you keep eating the things that are wrong for you, and next minute you know you're dead.
Thanks.
Don't you understand?
Thanks for the advice, Jean. Let's go to Phil. Good afternoon, Phil.
Hello, how are you?
I'm scared now. Jean has put the willies up me.
Oh, listen, she obviously knows all you got. Listen, I'm a diabetic type 2,
Yes.
and I eat cheese every day.
Oh, Jean?
Absolutely love it and adore it.
Jean, are you still there?
Yeah.
Listen to Phil. Go on, Phil. Tell her.
Okay, you got diabetes.
I'm type 2 diabetes, yes.
And you eat cheese all the time?
Yes.
God help you.
Why?
She hung up on you! Phil, and I was pushing it, but she hung
but listen,
up on you.
Listen, Ian.
Yeah.
You have people hang up on you, and it doesn't bother me either.
No, good for you. What have you got for us, Phil?
Listen, we're not very far where you're from. Great Western Arcade.
Yep.
There's a delicatessen in there that sells literally every sort of cheese you want.
Oh, really?
Yes. And if you're going to bribe brie, make sure it's about 6 to 8 weeks old before you use it.
You're a bit of a cheese expert, are you?
I'm not an expert, mate, but I love my cheese.
One of my best Christmas presents I ever got, Phil, about 3 years ago from my wife, it was a proper slate cheese board and a set of cheese knives.
Yep.
It made me feel so grown up.
Sorry, we've got one of those, but ours is a spinner.
Oh!
It's got like a thing on the bottom that spins around so you can eat it.
Phil, listen, I've got to move on because we're coming towards the end of the show. Phil, try and call again. Well, you can give us a call tomorrow. Ranjit and Millie, you've both been on. What do you want?
Yeah. You got battered. Listen to me. You got battered. Ian, you got battered. You got battered, man. Ian.
Listen, I'm taking over the show.
Come on, Ian. Me and Ranjit having it now.
Battered. Millie, how are you, my darling?
Not too bad, you know, love.
Yeah, me ain't heard from you for a long time.
No, me, true God, you had some death in the family in Barbados, so.
Have you been away, Millie?
No. I was going to go down, but what happened the very year to, everybody can get together to get down.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
so she was very yesterday, yeah?
hijacked this show now, yeah, and we've taken over.
So I hope you good, you know, man.
I find it hard to realize that love was in her eyes. It's dying now. She knows I'm crying now. And every night I'm there, I break my heart to please Eloise. The sun that makes the day, that lights the way. And when that star goes by, I'll hold it in my hands and cry, her love is mine, my sun will shine. Every night I'm there, I break my heart to please Eloise. My Eloisa, I'd love to please her, I'd love to care, but she's not there. And when I find you, I'd be so kind, you'd want to stay. I know you'd stay.
That's it. That's your lot, dear listener. Back tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Be there, kids, or be square. Thank you, Marky Mark. Finally, been asking for your punchlines, not your jokes, just your punchlines. Here's your last one from Stephen. If she's got to wash her backside in that water, at least let me gargle with it first. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Franks is up next. Back tomorrow at 10.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news. Here's Phil.
The A41 Birmingham Road in West Brom has been closed following a two-car accident near to the Hawthorns, just opposite the junction of Middlemore Road, causing delays in both directions. Southbound on the M6, there are queues from junction 11 at Cannock to junction 8 for the M5. Around 40 minutes worth of delays, actually. The northbound side of the M5 is slow towards the roadworks at junction 4 for Bromsgrove and Stourbridge. Southbound, it's also beginning to build towards those lane restrictions. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 0330 123 3550.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
4 o'clock on BBC WM. Good afternoon. Let's get the main news with Rob Mayer.